come on, we've got to agree on one thing. It's a beautiful site. Hello everybody, I hope you're well. It's a full throttle start to the week. Bruce Willis, where is he? He's turned up, he's going to do all the prepping here, ready for the plasterers. The carpenters are here, they've only just begun. They're doing the roof for the porch. The electrician's here, getting all the cables from the new build under the floor back to the board. And I am going to concentrate my efforts on getting this shower tray in. But to do that, I've got to nip to Wickes's, Screwfix and Toolstation, and then pop back to a previous job to do some prep work for more work that's going to be carried out, all of which will be on the channel in a few weeks' time. Right, we're back. Let's get this shower tray fitted. We'll catch up with the other fellas a little bit later on and check on their progress. Right then, an acrylic shower tray. Step by step, how we're going to install it. Right then, step one. Get your rectangle that folds out into a triangle that we call a square, and make sure that your unpackaged shower tray is exactly where you want it. And then draw around it, including draw around the plug hole. Right then, step two. The all important, sorting the waste out. I drew around the plug hole, as you can see, it's just catching the edge of this screed. We left this out, not knowing exactly where the plug hole was going to be, so we need just enough to play with. So we need to get the waste, which is 40mm solvent weld, and it will be from there, which are inlet there, or outlet, whichever way you look at it, and we want to keep it as sweeping as possible into our shower waste. And to do that, I have gone out and bought a Mcalpine 40mm flexible connector, and I've got a couple of little sweeping bends. Where are they? Are they here? There they are, look. A couple of them, which I think is going to go one there, and then one maybe there, into that, which will go into our shower waste. So let's get all that sorted, and once that's in, then we'll fill the rest of that hole. Right, done that. 290s into the 110mm, coming out 110mm I should say, and then into our flexi, and then into our trap, which I will talk about a little bit later on. There's the brand and what it is, but I'll tell you why I bought it, considering that the actual shower tray came with one. Anyway, let's get this done. So I've pea gravelled around the pipes, Marcus made us up some concrete, and then it's going to fill this strip in here, fill the back in, and then yeah, leave the actual pipe work free. And yeah, there we go. And then we'll wait till tomorrow, and then we'll get this bad boy down. Rightio. It's the following morning. As you can see, yesterday before we went, we shuttered and concreted either side of the pipe, leaving it exposed for any minor adjustments that we needed to make. And I PVA'd the floor, which is another reason why I drew around it yesterday. That just glues basically all the dust down and creates a bit of a key, so any adhesive that we do use on this floor will key straight to it, and then hopefully to the tray itself as well. Stops it from being this big dusty mess that things can just delaminate from, so to speak. So there we go then. Now I've already had that tray back down and made sure that our holes line up perfectly, which is another reason why to use one of these adjustable things. If you're a couple of mil out, it matters. We need this to be like the docking scene from Interstellar. It's got to match up perfectly, because once we screw our waste through the top of the tray down into that, we need to line up perfectly. We don't want to cross thread it, it will leak. And you probably won't know it's leaking, and it will cause a load of damage. So we need to get this right. So there we go. That's why you take your time and get it all done perfectly. Now then, what are we going to do, or use I should say, to glue that to that? The instructions clearly state silicone the back of the tray, and that's how it goes down. So on last week's video, I asked you lots any recommendations what silicone to use, and a few of you suggested. Thank you very, very much for that. However, one fella, Aspect Electrical, said that he got his down with some super flexible tile adhesive, and I've gone for that option, and I'll turn you around now and I will show you why. Being that we've had to concrete that far corner, this floor was never ever going to be 100% flat all the way across. Was never going to be able to do it. So we needed something, or I prefer to have something that can take out the take out the bumps of the floor. Silicone won't do that. But even if this was absolutely perfect, it's not saying that your shower tray is. There might be a slight cast in that, the way it's been stored, wherever it is it's been stored. Also, if you look at the back, there's not a fat lot of area to get any silicone down to give you any confidence. So that is why I'm going to lay it like a slab on a bed of tile adhesive. And this stuff, Mcalpine or Mcalpine, whatever, super flexible adhesive. If you read the back, it's going to do absolutely everything that we want it to do. And that'll be it. So I'm confident that that is going to be okay. And get it down. Now, of course, once it's down, the floor's going to go to it. It's going to have a big, heavy piece of glass onto this side. The shower panels, or the wall panels, if you want to call them, are going to be down onto it that side. It's not going to be able to go anywhere anyway. However, that's more confidence inducing doing it this way. And that's what we're going to do. Mark has knocked it all up for us. We're going to get it down, and as I say, lay it just like a slab. And I'm also, rightly or wrongly, going to put some silicone under that as well, because once the shower tray is down, that, hopefully, is never going to be seen again. Right then, let's get it down. Right, a welcome spanner has been thrown in. The plasterer phoned me late last night. Can I come tomorrow and start plastering? Of course you can. So I got ready this morning, mass exodus of all the stuff out of that room, and he's cracked on. The downside is, he's had his radio on all day, and it's going to take a bigger man than me to turn it off. No worries normally, but it's not conducive to a YouTube video. So he's cracked on, we've cracked on, everyone's gone home. I'll show you what we've done today. Fair play to Pete, he really has cracked on today. And he reckons 10 o'clock tomorrow, he'll be done out of here. Excellent. And whilst he's been doing that, we have been fitting all the gubbins that we've been sent for this bathroom. So let's quickly talk you through it. We'll start with where we left off, shall we? The shower tray. Now, that went on a full bed of the tile adhesive, as I said. Bang it on there, silicone that in, exactly what I'd done. I said I was going to do, not a problem. Do not, if you're doing this, level the middle of the shower tray. I know it sounds silly, however, I've seen people do it. This shower tray, as they all are, they're already curved and shaped in order for all the water to go down the plug hole. And I've seen people try and level that, but it won't work, will it? Just get your level, down one edge, down the other edge, just like a slab, and that is all you do. Everything else is built in. So to that end, once that was in, then I went round, and you can just see where it stained the floor. I've sealed all the way around it with a sealant, and also where the shower tray meets the wall all the way around down there. And then it was just a case of sticking on these beautiful shower panels. And the plasterer had a look, he likes them. He's on about doing it in his house, but he's a bit dubious. Don't go for it. I think they're ace. Got the corner bead in, which has been supplied. I have put a bit of silicone down the edge of that where it goes in. I don't think you have to, but I have done. And where it meets, where the two meet, you see the joint there, you don't silicone the joint, it's just a tongue and groove. But it does say on the instructions, and let me just quote them. It says, in a shower area, it is essential to apply a 3 to 5 silicone bead to the rebate on the rear face of the panel to ensure completion protection against moisture. Now we take that to be this part here. So we put a 3 mil, 3 to 5 mil bead of silicone down at what we believe to be the rebate that they're talking about. and then we've put it on, stuck it on with me DeWalt mastic gun, which is just ideal for this application. It is brilliant. Expensive for the technology that you're buying, but it really is a game changer when it comes to putting these on. And there we go. And that's it. And then just bead all the way around. It doesn't quite reach the ceiling, so we beaded along there as well. And we're on. Done. Excellent. We've put some packers at the bottom to keep it off the tray, in which case I will just go hell for leather with some sealant in that gap, and then give it a nice bead all the way around to waterproof it all. Yeah, and then shower screen's gone on. 4 screws in, glass goes in. There we go. I would have preferred one of two things. Either that goes onto a more of a 45 angle for strength, or you do away with it and have a straight one here. Ah well, that's what was supplied, and it can't go more of a 45 because we've got the shower to go on and then the bar in the middle, and it would have fouled it. So if you're going to do something like this, just have a think ahead of what's going after it, because if we hadn't have, that would have been well in the way and the shower would have been offset. It would have looked horrible. There we have it. Toilet in. Sink unit in to utilise a pattress that we put in the wall, so just screwed in, not a problem. Oh look, that. Shower, that's just the same as hanging a picture on the wall. Again, there's a pattress behind that, that's done. Towel rail, again, pattress in the wall, just a case of screwing through, no roll plugs, no nothing. Set it all out, get it on. Obviously, as you can see, we haven't connected any water anywhere. We're going to leave that to the plumber. Hopefully coming next week. We've built all the stuff that goes in there. That's all done, siliconed in, whatever. That's good to go. We've got the FlexiPan connector in place. It's not fully installed yet, in case he wants to bring it back out. We've got the water for him to do. So yeah, all this can be taken apart, nothing siliconed in. But if you yourself fancy giving it a go and saving yourself some money, if you can get it to this stage for when they turn up, the professional, so to speak, you're going to be quids, aren't you? They're going to be happy. You've saved a load of money. Everybody is happy. Look at that. Beautiful. Right then, let's show you that porch roof. And this is it, all done. Ready to be fasciaed, soffit, not in that order, and then roofed. And fair play to Lee and Di. It's been hammering it down the past 2 days, and they've cracked on and got it done. So very, very happy with that. We've changed the design slightly, simply because the drawings show that this fascia here going all the way across, and this canopy being one projection out. You know what I mean. So we've stepped it in simply because we do not need, I think that's 1,500 to the fascia to the wall. That's unnecessary here, it's not needed, and it will need a big support down here. And fair play to the customer, they said no, because I will, quote unquote, reverse into it. So cut it back, I think it looks lovely. And all that is, that's the brief for that canopy there, is so it gets a bit of shade in the summer months, which we've just missed, typical. Yeah, because that's the kitchen, and it gets red hot in there because the sun in the summer goes that way, and well, it does what it does. So there we go. So next week we will be progressing with this, and also it's a tad early, truth be told, but I had a phone call today. Can I come tomorrow and fit the door and the window? Yes you can, Anthony, yes you can. So that's going to be done tomorrow. I can't be here because I am going away for the weekend with my wife and her mates, you know, the kind of keyring and a fruit bowl kind of thing. You get the idea. Looking forward to it. So yeah, Pete's back tomorrow. He's finishing off the plastering. That's all being installed. Next week, hopefully, if the plaster's dry, we'll paint that room, get that sorted. We will get all this roofed and ready and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like, subscribe, notification, and you'll get told when the videos are coming, and you get to see me doing all this, won't you? I mean, what more do you possibly want? Right then, until then, have a good week. Take care.